Good morning, everyone. This is Maysha with Akesa Living, and yes, I'm on my morning walk, but we have another auspicious portal day here. It is another 666 day. 6 because it's June, 6 because it's the 15th, and we add those two numbers together, and 6 because it's 2022, 222, 6, 666. Now, I know that number has been hijacked by some to mean something horrible. It doesn't. It means something freaking amazing. Gabrielle, yesterday in the Twin Flame show, looked it up, and the first thing she found was that 6 stands for unconditional love. It also stands for understanding and finding the balance in our lives when it comes to material possessions and anxiety. And if you think about it, unconditional love, those are the things that can get in the way of us acting in unconditional love. We've been told that the root of all evil is money. Well, that's not true. Money is just energy. So there's nothing wrong with having things. But the love of things can cause us anxiety. The pursuit of an abundant life can cause us anxiety and cause us not to act in unconditional love. And that's where we're getting it messed up. Because an abundant life comes from being unconditional love. An abundant life, one, isn't about how much we have, but it's about how much energy we are letting in, how much light we're letting in. We are light bodies, and we are made of unconditional love. So, 666 today is about how much unconditional love are you willing to be? How much are you willing to step into your energy? It is about being authentically you in every way. Unconditional love does not mean that you take crap off of everyone. It doesn't mean, oh, I love them unconditionally so they can do whatever from anyone. Unconditional love means you don't show up to someone with a list of expectations and say, meet this list and I will love you. There are no conditions on love. It means you show up with your list. This is who I am. They show up with theirs. This is who I am. And then that's what you know you can expect of one another. You live up to the list that you bring. You set the conditions. And then you're responsible to live up to them. And then you have this third area, this dimension, another dimension that is actually the relationship. And this is where you put that list. And that's where you grow the relationship. And that's where you work on that list as it changes, because we change. This is co-creation. This is exactly what's been happening since the time the universe got lonely, wanted to expand and experience, feel, be, and experience. That is what we are here to do. Not to be solitary, because what is there to love then? Certainly not material things, certainly not our abundance, because that's just us. And yes, just us is amazing, but we're here to be exponential. Our work does that for us often. Our relationship with our friends, with our kids, with nature, all relationships bring this to us. So look at your relationships today. First with yourself, because until you have this exponential relationship within yourself, you don't have it to put out in the world. But as you're developing relationship with self, and notice I said as you're developing, because the world doesn't stand still for you to do this. So many people are like, I'll do that when I've got my act all together. Well, by the time you get your act all together, the world has done spun around so many times, your act is old news. It doesn't fit anymore. That's not how this works. You grow as the world is turning. So you do this as you are living your energetic bandwidth. We have energetic bandwidth coming down and coming back up because we are grounded to Mother Earth. This is our light body, and it's abundant. There's no end to it. But we have energetic bandwidth this way. And unfortunately, at this point in time, because we have not understood this, we have caused this to no longer be infinite, but it is finite at this point in time. Notice it's a cross. This is because we have not understood our level of consciousness was that we taught this the way we understood it at the time. There is eternity. There is infinite. But it's all about energy. And it is unconditional love. So, love yourself that way first. What do I want to feel? What do I want to be? What do I want to experience? The universe said everything. Okay? So, you do that for yourself. You treat yourself with that kind of self-respect, self-love. You take the time, you make the time. You put the intention, the care, the energy into you. And then that's going to get hollow and stale and empty and shallow if that's all you do. Because you reflecting back to you, it's not enough. The universe had everything. It is the epitome of abundance, and it wasn't enough for the universe. You have to put that energy out then, and it will attract back to you what you are sending out. It will attract back to you what you are meant to have. It will attract back to you what I want to feel, what do I want to be, what do I want to experience that's written in your heart space. Because we have a story there. There is the collective story that is harmonious, so we all have heaven on earth here. Then there's your individual story, which plays a harmonious part in that. And you have to connect to your heart space to know what that story is. And that is what taking the time for self-love does. You find out, why am I here? What's going to light me up? What's really going to make me happy? And then you integrate the mind, the ego, which thinks it knows and thinks that it's all this abundance and all this rushing around the way it defines life. But really, that's the antithesis of it. That's the very thing that's standing in your way. That's the materialism that's causing the anxiety. And again, I'm not anti-having things. I'm not anti-doing. I'm not anti-working. I'm not anti any of it. I'm talking about having it in balance and putting your energy into the right energetic bandwidth this way. Because there are things you're holding on to that no longer serve you. They're no longer supposed to be here. Or were never supposed to be here. They're part of your energetic past that's arcing over, and they're running your life now. You're not being your authentic you. You're not being your six. You're not in your unconditional love. So, that's what today is. Today is a powerful day for whatever it is, past traumas, past societal programming, past lives, past family things. These things get called generational curses. They get caused called lineage. It gets called societal programming. We call them all sorts of things. But what it causes is for us to be in dis-ease, whether it is emotional, physical, mental, or spiritual, dis-ease. We become not well. We become entities that were supposed to have all sorts of energetic bandwidth this way. Eternity, actually, because this is eternal, and they want to come here and they want to have an amazing tactile existence here. But we shut down this way first, and we don't understand even how to do this, and therefore we limited the energetic bandwidth this way. So now we're integrating this again. We're letting the light in all of what we are, and we are all amazing light beings, infinite, beyond measure, each and every one of us. There is no one that can look at the other and see anything but light, because that's what we all are. And then we are to flow this way as well. Let the light flow, and then let the light flow. But to do that, you have to turn loose of the things or identify the things that are preventing the flow. And those are the things that the ego has held on to that says, no, this is the way we do it. It's not the way we do it. Doing it that way is what's preventing you from having the healthy relationship with yourself and with others that's going to give you the flow in your life that you're really looking for. You're playing yourself. I have a friend that has a song out that says that. And every time I give this talk, it's what I think of. It's causing us to do the antithesis of what we came here to do. So, today, the most amazing portal day for this. The energy we just had, we're still in the full moon energy, by the way. And this full moon is all about making the changes that will give us the desires of our heart. Amazing. And what are we talking about here? We're talking about making the changes that will give us the desire of our heart, that will put us in the frequency of us, of unconditional love. Because that's what 666 is. The Bible called it the number of man, if you remember. Remember, things were done, things were written, things were handed down in the level of consciousness we were at the time. Some people perverted things on purpose, and some people just got it wrong because it's what they understood at the time. Well, it is the number of man. It's the number that represents us being in unconditional love, in our own frequency of unconditional love at the cosmic level, the universal collective, at the light body level, us individually, light body, and integrated here at the ego, so our heart space is guiding us. That is what 666 is. And today is the day to step into that energy and have the life you truly came here to have. Today's the day, folks. Today's the day. Step in to your beingness in unconditional love. Unconditional love. Unconditional love. It's for you. It's for everyone. It's for everything. Have an amazing day. This is how not just us, but the cosmos lives in great big capital letters.